All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Man, what a miniature little nightmare I just had on my hands right there. Um, I don't know, guys. Let's see. Stream health, excellent. No people or no activity yet. And let me see if I can bust through and do a little chatting here. Let's see if I can move this somewhere over there or maybe up. There we go. This is not ideal, but maybe fine. I'll have to wait till somebody gets in. Oh, sorry I was so late, guys. I don't know what's going on. I didn't change my setup at all. It was like ready to go, and I tested it before I went out this today, and it was working fine. And then I got home, and all of a sudden it starts acting up. My setup is usually that I have my iPad hooked up as a secondary monitor, and I use it to see the chat and things like that, while I'm streaming, and also I've usually I've got OBS like pulled over onto the side of it. But yeah, it was just weird. It's like it wasn't working, and who knows? I don't know what the deal was, but I'm here now. So maybe I won't totally disappoint everybody. Maybe some people will come back around and hang out. So if you come by, I'm gonna type welcome to you because yeah, because there we are. Let's see here, and of course, other shenanigans are happening now. Like I can't type correctly. My keyboard link's not working. Ugh, I can't wait to get into my office, my new office. Like this is nuts. Anyway, maybe I should get started and do something interesting so that if people do come by, um, maybe they'll have a good time. I'm just going to continue working on the project that I was working on last week, but this time it's going to be mostly drawing and sketching, just coming up with ideas. And if people drop by, then yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see here, and then we've got Google open over here, so we're good there. Cool. All right. So I don't know what's going on with this typing situation here. Maybe if I show keyboard, that'll help a little bit. Let's try. All right. Ay, 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 ay. What in the heck is going on? All right. So nobody's here. No big deal. Um, I'm relaxed. So it was a good day. It was a good day. So oh, Stream Doc Duck. Hey man. Dude, I'm so sorry. Sorry I'm late. Uh it's pretty wild stuff going on today. I got back from the movie with plenty of time and I tested everything before I went out to the movie, but it's apparently it just all went to crap when I got home because I couldn't hook it up. Like it was really driving me nuts. It just kept freezing, you know. I was I was using AirPlay to connect the monitor, Hey, man, thanks a lot for coming by and hanging out. I mean, maybe that's is that your usual Saturday routine, Duck Duck? Is you kind of just hanging around on Saturdays? Like that's usually what I do. I get into some shenanigans with my wife during the day, and then at night I come home and do the old YouTubes. It's just oh, today was nuts. I gotta I've got to get a better command of my setup, but I put everything off because we're moving. Nice. Yeah, man, me too. Dude, where should we start? I mean, I don't even know. Um, like I said just a few seconds ago, I don't know how long you've been watching. I'm just gonna continue messing around with sketching and designs for the old uh Huey on mascot contest. Other than that, I was just gonna chat everybody up about. I made a little list of cool stuff like topics that came up this week that I wanted to talk about. Nice. Hope everything's been well for you. It's been a busy week for me over here. Um, saw Mission Impossible 7, I think it is. I don't even know the number. Um, I just told my wife, I was like, I heard there's a new Mission Impossible and people say it's decent. You want to go? And she was like, yeah. So we got the tickets on the phone. And these days in Korea, you just show your phone and go in. Nice. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna get to it with this old Huey on pen. Dude, this thing is rocking. I'm still loving this, and I have got my check this out. I think it's so cool, right? Like if you, I just want to show the settings of this thing for a minute because I just think it's so great. Um, this is the setup that I've got going on right now for Affinity Designer 2 beta. I've been using the beta quite a bit because I want to like stay on top of all the new features, and also like if something comes out that's just totally outrageous, I want to like go in there and like, stir things up a little bit and say, "Hey, this sucks," or "This isn't working really well," like I don't know. I'm really interested in the beta testing, so but this thing is, I'm really into this tablet. I still think it's the best. It's better than anything well, okay, in its way. It was better than any of the Wacom screenless tablets that I drew on at the illustration fair, hands down. It feels better, feels more solid. I don't care what anybody says. I feel like it was better than like the way I was like a Wacom bamboo or a fun or something like that. I was like, I tested a bunch of little tiny screenless tablets. They weren't they weren't nearly as good as this tablet. Not by a mile. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But anyway, I got my setup here. This quick menu stuff is rocking my socks, and so I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh man, three different apps, three different, all the apps have personas. I've got plenty of buttons for each persona. This is not accurate to what's really going on. This is the default setting. It's just showing me the default setting over here. But like as soon as I go into the program that I've selected, which is Affinity Designer 2 beta, you can see that the profile changes automatically and you can see all the stuff I've set up. Yeah, me too, Doc Doug. I just these days I'm starting. Okay, tell me if you agree with me. I want to talk to Affinity about it. I want to write a post about it. I just don't want to kill their vibe. Here's what I don't like. I worry about it because I know that I can't do work in beta that matters, and without having some problem going backwards with backwards compatibility. It's not certain, even though, they've said, you can work in both of these at the same time, but you got to be careful and they've got all these caveats. But I want to work in the beta because they keep adding all these new tweaks and stuff that are much more comfortable to work with. For example, I put it in my little list here. Now, in all the apps, we have grayscale view, which we didn't have before, which is really cool. So, actually, what I'll do is I'll just I'll just do a little bit of nonsense in here just to have some fun, and we'll take a look at it. It's pretty cool. I wish there was an icon. I wish there was an icon right about here. Like in the application. Like so I could just switch on it by clicking, but it doesn't exist. But for example, if I whip up a little something here, let's see. I'll just oops, gotta get some color. Maybe a pencil would be nice. Yeah, let's go with my pencils. Let's see here. Let's go with this guy. Let's draw us a little something here. I don't know, some kind of boulder thing that I like to draw when I don't know what to draw. And let's say we throw down some inky ink on that. And then we'll color in some stuff and see what happens. Mm, yeah, we'll just go with a small one. Again, I'm just doing this real fast to like sort of create an example. Let's see. Oh yeah, this quick menu is just dope on this tablet. It's got everything I need. Oops. Let's try to do that again. Flood fill. Oh no, maybe I didn't program the. Oh, I did program it, but it just didn't happen well. There we go. And then say I go in with like a paintbrush and you know, throw some value in there somehow. Like maybe some like a darker shade. Go into multiply and we'll get like a blue shade and we'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then you know, go in here and paint some value. Maybe this rock is in some direct sunlight. Maybe it's one of those situations. Who knows? This is really sloppy. I'm just trying to show off the grayscale view, which is really cool. I can't remember my shortcut, but I want to say it's something like this. Oops, or maybe this. Let's try. I got. You can go to view and set it, and then here grayscale. Oh, okay, I set it to Option Control G. So yeah, you can set it in. You can set it to grayscale to check your values. um, which is dope. We couldn't do that before. It's so useful, and especially for me, like I'm just starting to sort of experiment with digital painting and stuff, and I've been watching a lot of educational material about how to go about doing that well. And yeah, I think it's cool. So we have a grayscale view now. It's in here. This is beta 2.2, the latest release, which is like 1903 build, I think it is. Yeah, yeah, it's independent. You don't have to like switch the mode of the document now. So that's new. They just added that. I think it's really cool. I've got mine set up on a keyboard shortcut. Now I wish that what they would do is I wish they would let us add keyboard shortcuts to this flip horizontal. Like flip the, I want to I want to flip the whole canvas. I just want to flip the canvas, but it seems not possible. Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. I know that trick, and it's annoying to set it up. I mean, what I used to do is I don't have any of my assets loaded now because I reset everything. But I used to have that set up as an asset, and I could just drag it into the project and then toggle it on and off the layer mode. But now we've got this. It's really dope. Another thing that we've got, which is really cool, that is a new addition. Um, Press and hold a tool toggle gestures. So it's momentary tool toggling. So you can be using a tool and then momentarily toggle to another tool by a press and hold on the keyboard key or whatever you have on your tablet or whatever. So for example, if I was to try and do this with a vector tool, um, I'll just add like a vector layer and I'll go after it with the pen tool. Let's see here. Um, And then I can momentarily hold down A and then switch. Check this out. This is so dope. And I can edit that and then release it, and I'll be back to using the pen tool again. It's so convenient. And we didn't have that before either. But the only problem is there are a few little quirks. Like, you see how I drew that segment and it didn't complete? That's one of the quirks that I have found working with it. As soon as you hit that toggle, it sort of destroys what you built. So the way you would work with it is you draw out your segment, you sort of let it go, and then you let go and then toggle into the node tool momentarily, and then let go, and you're back in the pen tool. You can do this with many other tools. For example, if I were to go over here, working with the shape tool, you can come in here, toggle over to your move tool or something, and then be back in the shape tool. So you don't have to keep coming like this. You don't have to do this little rainbow motion all the time. It's really great. I mean, it's so they just keep adding. They just keep coming with the hits. This is a hit, and so is the grayscale. Those are hits. People don't know it yet, but those are hits. Oldies. They later when we're in Affinity 3, people will say like they're oldies with goldies. The golden oldies, but they're hits. And then the last one that's really cool. I don't know if this works. Let's see. It might work. It might work in Designer, but I heard it was a publisher specific. Uh, I heard it was publisher specific. This one, it's like, um, while working with the text tool, you can hold down Option. Hello, Rock. You can hold down the Option key and momentarily toggle to the hand tool, so you can move it move it around, and then you'll still be back in here. Um, there's another, what was it? I want to say, yeah, I guess, yeah. What that does for us is that you can move around without, you're in the text tool, and space is necessary to input text. Usually our space bar is the thing that helps us get around. So now holding Option can help us do that. I'm not sure if I'm seeing it correctly though. I think it may be a publisher specific deal. Let's just open up publisher and, oh, okay, wait a minute. You guys get to see all my secrets. Let's open up publisher beta. Let's see what goes on. I'm gonna show you another cool app, Stream Doc. It's gonna be pretty sweet. We'll get into that in just a minute, but I love talking about all this cool stuff. In fact, sometimes I feel bad because I don't do enough art on these Saturday streams, but it's fun to talk about all this cool stuff. Um, yeah, of course I want to open this. All right, let's just create any document. Uh-oh, I got to update. All right, let's do that update. Okay, so I can talk about Mission Impossible while this thing's updating. I gotta say, it was pretty good. My wife asked me a quintessential question. Like, these days, movies have been just pure garbage. Like, most of them. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm a positive guy, but if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably some Hollywood garbage. So we get out of the movie, and my my wife asked me. She says, "So, what do you think? What's better, this or John Wick 4?" And I was like, "What?" And that's like really kind of a tough question because this Mission Impossible movie was really fun. I really liked it. It had a lot of, like, there were a lot of nail biters in there. You know what I mean? But John Wick 4 was like, just it was a thrill. It was a thrill ride, right? And then she goes, "Okay, so then what's better, John Wick 4 or Top Gun Maverick?" And I was like, "Dang, like, those are the last three movies that we saw in the theater. They're all pretty good, but I'm having a hard time saying, like, definitely which one I enjoyed the most." John Wick 4 was like, it's getting to the level where it's like super cheesy now. but I really still enjoy it. It's like so fun. I'm laughing the whole time, Mission Impossible though, it was pretty good, I gotta say. All right, let's see. We're in the updated beta. So let's see if this keyboard shortcut works like I think it's supposed to work. In fact, why don't we go over to the forums and take a look at the release notes. Look at that. We got a new notification. All right. So let's look at these notes. Um, Holding Alt when editing text puts you in hand tool. Yeah. Okay. So it does work, and that's all across all platforms. Yeah. Look at all this other stuff. I think they've really been working on publisher a lot lately because it seems like a lot of the updates that are happening right now are all publisher stuff related stuff. So yeah, I think that's great though. They did a little work on there was a problem before the decimal stuff. If you were working in like millimeters or like inches and stuff, the decimal it wasn't showing the proper. It wasn't showing the proper readouts, and then when you would create the grid at a certain size, it wouldn't populate properly within the app. Now I think that seems to be fixed. Um, this is cool. Grid presets and favorite fonts now sync between apps on device. That's awesome. Color picker improvements. They've got some new color picker stuff. Let's check that out. That could be cool to look at. Let's go. I'm gonna get out of publisher. So I feel like I'm in a designer mood today. Let's just throw out some colors. See what we can do here. Whoa. Oh, I'm still in grayscale mode. That is so cool. Let's go there. Let's get a squircle in here. There you go. Cool. Okay, why don't we go with something different? We need some diversity. All right, let's do this. Um, Color picker improvements. I think if I go up here, actually, why don't we maybe it's caps lock. Why don't we read the post? That's always a good idea. Where is it? Color picker improvements. Let's check this out. All right, here we go, guys. For all you guys that are so keen to know. Okay, so basically you can get rid of this and then hold shift and just have the lozenge, which is cool, I guess. I think that allows you to get super micro. This thing is kind of invasive. I can see why it's like a good addition. Maybe a lot of people really need that kind of precision. It's pretty cool. That's cool. Always moving forward, these guys. There was another one. We can change guide colors now. Yeah, let's go see that. So if I go into the color picker now and then I can hold shift before I do the color picking, I think. So like, let me get rid of my little situation here. Okay, so if I hold shift before I do the color picking, maybe? Is that right? I'm not sure that's working correctly. Is it? Let's go back and look at that one more time. When you drag the it's the drag one. Okay, that's cool. Hold shift. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I didn't read it clearly. Okay, so we got this is the drag color picker. And then now maybe it's oh, sorry. Let's do it one more time. Nope. I don't know why it's not working well. Could it be something to do with the fact that I'm let me try something. Let's try it now. Nope. I was linked up. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. Maybe there's something wrong. I don't know. It's isn't that a little bit wacky? Or maybe it's only in Pixel Persona? I don't know. What do you think, Doc Dog? That's weird, right? Let's check out. Let's turn this stuff back on. Check in publisher. Okay, will do. Let's do yeah, just new document. Whatever. Whatever's clever. Put some color. All right, here we go. Yeah, no problem. Go for it. Ooh. I'm not going to show you guys my password. Come on. Oh, hi, Vinsalt. Thanks for coming by the stream, dude. We're just getting into computer stuff. Yeah, I'm wondering if anybody has reported any I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working for me, but it's not something I want to spend too much time on. It's not like anything critical. You know what I mean? Alt plus drag shift. Alt plus drag shift. Maybe it's that. Yeah, let's try. Oh, maybe with the brush tool or something like that, you're saying? Let's try. No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know. It's irritating not to be able to do it though after we've talked about it. Oh, sorry, Affinity. It's not I don't think it's their fault. It's probably something stupid I'm doing or the way that I've got the keyboard set up right now, it's a little bit wacky. So I mean, I have a feeling that something's going on with this, so I'm not really sure. Um yeah, that's bugging me. It could be my tablet too, which I don't want to admit. Yeah. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do the unthinkable. If this fixes it, then this is the problem, and I'm kind of sad. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna quit my tablet software. It's closed. All right, let's do it again. It's just not working. It's picking the color, but it's just not changing the. It's not changing the. It's not changing the thing. Ah, we'll figure it out. I'll try to go back and reread it sometime. Yeah. Anyway, you know, things are weird. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Okay, get that profile set up. All right, let's get to drawing. Let's get some drawing going on. So let me see here. I got talked about all that. Talked about that a little bit. Oh, okay. Here we go. Talked a little bit about the movie. We're good. Illustration fair loot. I'll talk about that a little bit later. That'll be fun. Yeah, man. So pretty much what I've been doing is this. Like, here's where I'm at with this project. During the week, when I have spare time, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, I've just been doing a lot of sketches of this character, like pages and pages of expressions and stuff, just trying to like figure out like how to approach it. Um, so yeah, I think what I might do is just practice getting those into the computer from my memory, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think the contest is over. Like, on you have to submit everything by August the 5th. So we'll see. I don't. I just want to um, be doing something that has like a deadline um, and a goal. You know what I mean? I think it's better. It helps a lot to push you forward, whatever you're doing. So let's see here. I really like the character though. I'm starting to get the hang of drawing him, but I'm trying to stylize him a little bit. Like, oh, that's what I want. Okay, so okay, we are going to draw, but I want to look at references, and that's why I want to show you guys this really cool thing. Um, there's this app that I have. Yeah, yeah. I've done like at least 10 pages of just different variations of the character. It's but I still need some I feel more comfortable having some references around. Let's check it out. So check this out. Um I'm gonna download some references. Leon, let's go. Huion, mascot, Leon. Yeah. A lot of this stuff is for contests and things like that, but the one that you see mostly is this little guy. That's like always on their website. So this stylized version of the character is also they also have like a statue. Now somebody 3D printed this one in ZBrush, I think, or they whipped it up in ZBrush. But they actually sell a statue on their website. I'm particularly interested in this little guy. This was a contest winner or a from a little while back. But let's go to this page and check that cool artwork out, and then I'm gonna do some grabbing of some references now. This Some of this artwork's amazing, but I came here for this little guy because I want to grab the colors specifically, and I just want to have that there to sort of inspire me. Now, I could take a screenshot of this, okay? But what happens is I can't resize it well if I open it with something like preview. So let's do it the traditional way. This is like just taking a screenshot and I'm going to open it up. And this is just a quick look, right? But maybe I can open this in preview. Now watch what happens. It's kind of annoying, right? Because oops. What I want to do is bring this into desktop 1. So I want to bring this over here, but it's kind of annoying because I can't resize this. And this is something that I brought up, and I actually asked Affinity. I was like, "Hey, why don't you guys make like a reference image pane that we could like throw an image into?" And they were like, "Ah, I don't, it didn't seem like people thought it was a good idea." So, um, and I can understand that. And they gave me several suggestions actually. Some of the developers said, "Why don't you try this?" or "Why don't you try this?" or "Here's what I do." And some of them were really good suggestions. Um, but I found a really cool thing. So check this out. Since we can't resize this and fit it, and it's kind of intrusive, right? I've got to go and put it behind, but every time I want to move it or resize it or look closer, it is, hey, but Stream Dock, is Pure Ref for Windows or Mac? I've never heard of Pure Ref. The delay. That's, but okay, so for both, is it in the App Store? Anyway, I will check that out. I'm super interested in that kind of thing. But check this out. Maybe you're gonna dig this. I don't know if you're a Windows user or a Mac user, but I may rock your socks right now. May not. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Check this out. So I've got this app. It's called Fuwari, and it's so beautiful and zen in its simplicity. It could only have come from the mind of you know, the Kengo Yokoyama. I think I'm saying that right. Check it out. It's really simple. It only has one function, and that is to capture screenshots, but the way it does it is super cool. I think I've got it set up for, let's see. Well, it doesn't, it's fine. I can just capture like this. So if I capture the image, it puts it right there. But what it does is no matter where I'm at, it floats it, right? Lowers the opacity. It also magnetizes. There's a little option here that you can set it to magnetize to other windows. Like you can't see it really well, but I'm actually tugging on the image, but when it turns, it's kind of like it's magnetizing to those corners. And I can sort of hold shift, constrain it, shrink it, shows me how much I'm shrinking it. And I can set up like a little mini reference area over here. And if I need this picture to come out and be a little bit bigger somehow, I have this just excellent control over it. Um, it's really cool. And that's basically all this app does. It may not be impressive to most, but it's exactly what I needed and wanted. So, and no matter where I put it, I can grab it, move it out of the way, see what's behind it, but it fits where I need it to fit. That's the main thing. It allows me to have some space, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Pure Ref. Is it anything similar to what I've just shown you, Doc Duck? Yeah, seriously. I think reference, everybody uses references, so I think you definitely need it. Hold on, I want to go back in here. I thought I set. Yeah, I did. I did. Okay, cool. I set my own shortcut for it, so like this. Yeah. Just gonna. So what I'm gonna do now is just I'm gonna collect a little collection of these examples. Um, so that I can have some inspiration. These are incredible artworks, by the way, by these artists. I think this was a box art competition. Let's go back to Google image search. Maybe I'll find a few more that are a little bit like a variety. That image quality wasn't very good. Oh, this guy right here is perfect. All right, cool. Hey, buddy, come on. Oops, wrong one. Here you go. All right, that's enough. That's all I need for right now. I just think it's cool too how even if I'm working on multiple desktops, they kind of stay they float on top and yeah, it's just awesome. Oh man, you're tempting me now. That sounds really dope. I want to get my hands on that. If you can have like one window and like rearrange all the stuff, that's pretty sweet. Oh, and you can save it as a file too. I kind of like that, but then at the same time, I'm gonna get into drawing before people start to mutiny. Um, I don't know who's in the stream. Still, anyway, the thing that I don't like about that duck is that if you so let's get some emotions going on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in a bit. If you save all the files, you're taking up space, right? But I kind of like how the simplicity of Fuwari is kind of like you find the reference that you need online, find the reference, use it, and then it's gone. It's like you know, the sand in the Zen garden kind of thing. Um, you know, it's there, it's all organized and neat, and then you know, along comes nature and displaces it. This is kind of a little expression I was working on the other day, like like little suspicious. And then he's got his little crown there. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Pure ref. I really I used to really like I had VizRef on my iPad for a while, but that was like pre um iPad OS. So I don't know. I wasn't. It didn't jive well when I started working with Affinity. It was kind of getting in the way, and I didn't like. I don't like slide over stuff. Let's see here. Man, this pen is so solid. It just does exactly what I want. May move those eyebrows down just a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get loose. I need to get loose. It's hard to do this while talking sometimes. I think that's a big problem for me. Let's see, let's try again. Yeah, man, this pen is so solid, man. The nib is still holding up well. I've been drawing with it like a madman, like every day, probably an hour and a half. Like, so my routine has been like this lately. I get up and I do exercise. I'm preparing for the Korean TOPIK test right now. So I've been studying Korean a lot. And after I get done with all my like adulting and responsibilities, and then I do a little studying, I draw for like an hour. You know, because I teach at an academy, right? So it's like we work in the afternoons, uh, and it's so I'll draw for like an hour and a half to maybe 2 hours in the morning, and then about the same amount at night. And I have put this thing through the motions, and it's it's holding up, and it's just man, um, having the having all this right here at my fingertips, like with this quick menu, things like this. When I want to add a new pixel layer. Oh, this is so weird. Why is it? I think I have to re-engage it. It's like I'm telling you guys this stuff and how cool it is, and then suddenly something's not right on my computer. My computer's acting so weird today. I think it's so weird. Things always work out like that, you know? Well, I'll just go into the software and figure this out right now. This is nuts. Uh-huh. Maybe I didn't set it up. Cool. That was it. I just didn't set it up. Rob, you're not an idiot. Yeah, but what I did was I see this is beta. And so like what it is here's a drawback for the tablet. Yeah, it works perfectly. You can't copy paste setting banks, which I don't like. I wish I could just go in here and I wish I could just go in here and like right click, copy these settings, and then paste them onto this. Because it's annoying having to do that. You can have it set a certain way for all programs, but then what do I do? I don't want to use Medibank, or maybe I want some specific operations to happen in photo, like macros and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, that's my dilemma. The drawing surface is like just excellent on this thing. Let's do let me look at my notes here. My little I like this one. Let's do a little surprise action. I like this face situation here with this kind of fat chubby cheeks. Um let's see. I'm actually gonna maybe I'll just get rid of that. Start again. Maybe we'll get a little bit of the surprise action going. I'm not sure if this is like a I don't know if this is anger or maybe like a WTF or something. Maybe his the crown is like flung off of his head because of the reaction, and then there's a little bit of this action here, like, and then these little things. There's so what I like about this character, what I really like about this character is because he has all these moving parts, it makes him a little hard to draw, right? He's not simple, but it gives you so many opportunities for expression and like in a cartooning kind of way. Like maybe his little foo dog Jerry curl, or what is that? Dreadlocks. I don't know why I'm saying Jerry curl. Um maybe that like furls out, when he gets excited or scared or something. I don't know. It's I think it's kind of cool. And then these are his ears, and they're all pointy because he's terrified or electrified somehow. Maybe some a little bit of that, something like that. Anyway, that's one. So what I'm gonna do is just sort of build up a little library of these ideas, and then I'll try to vectorize a few before it's all over with. It's already 9. Can't believe I couldn't get started until 8 o'clock. That's pretty nuts. It's just, man, it was. I don't know. I figured it out though. I what I did was I'm not using my iPad as a second monitor now. I'm just running the stream link on my iPad. I think that's the safest way to do it. It's just um I, I don't know. I don't understand why it didn't work the way it has been working for like weeks, you know what I mean? Anyway, we're here now. This situation right here in Designer is so dope, where you can see the brush that you used. I think that's so cool. I mean, that's just awesome. And then select it again. That's awesome stuff. Let's see what else. Here's one. This guy right here is I like this one a lot. So just trying to get like a sort of a pleased or relieved kind of look going on. Let's see. He's like, I've tried to develop like a sort of a method for drawing him. And then he has this kind of like he's like a contentedness. Yeah. And then his dreadlock things are kind of relaxed a little bit. They're not so tightly wound. Sometimes when I'm getting into this, I feel like I'm going like full blown Bob Ross. I'm not trying to, but I hear it in myself. I used to love to watch Bob Ross. My grandpa was all about he loved to do creative stuff, you know. He tried his hand at painting. Um and he was really skilled at doing stuff like metal work and like smithing and like working with woodworking, things like that. Somebody's sending me some hearts and I have no idea. It's probably my wife on her phone. Hey, babe. Love you. Let's see. Yeah. A little bit of that cutie. He's like, oh, I'm happy for whatever reason. Let's get another one. You got it. You got it. What else some of my other ideas? Do I have like a happy, like an excited one showing yet? Let's do a little excite. Let's do a little excitement action. This one will go a little bit like this. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I did quite a bit of um I did quite a bit of let's see. Um Kind of looking around on Pinterest and Google Images, looking at expressions and emoticons and things like that. And I saw quite a few of these kind of draw 25 expression challenges. I may try my hand at that once I get some time, but for me, time is not it's it's few and I have very little time these days. So yeah, that's what I was looking for. Something like this. Yeah. And then again, his little whisker action. I don't know what these are. I think they're whiskers, but I'm not sure. But what my idea is that they should change their position and structure like based on the emotions. So like for example over here, I think I need to change these on this first. Oops. On these first ones, I need to come in here and they really need to be like sort of like this. Yeah, like straight. And then here, they're moving outwards. And then for this one, it's a happy expression, so it needs some of that happiness vibe, right? That's happiness, I think. And then they're a little bit weird. I'm not quite comfortable at my desk right now because I've got all this stuff piled all over it, and but we're going to a new office. We're gonna have a much bigger desk and space to work in soon. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. There we go. Let's redraw that stuff. Oh man, where did I draw you? Oh, whatevs. We can always lasso this stuff. Let's make it easy. We're just sketching. So then, yeah, with a little line weight, we could take care of that really well. The tilt on this thing is rock solid too. It's so good because the nib is so stable. Whenever I want to do any kind of tilt shading, now these are simple round brushes, so they're not impressive texture wise. But man, I mean, the response is just it's awesome. And then for this one, the hair expression is something like he's kind of it's almost like he's jumping for joy. So they're kind of flopping upwards a little bit, but not too much. Don't steal my ideas, you really good artists that want to win a display tablet. The winner of this contest gets a Huey on Canvas 16 Plus or Pro, I think. Uh, so that's another reason I really want to win is because I want to grab a cool display tablet, try that out. I think I just like tech. I don't these days. I don't know who doesn't like tech. If you don't like tech these days, you're either Amish or you're you don't even know that tech exists. You could be one of those aggressive islanders that kill anybody who comes to their island. Like I saw some segment about that on Joe Rogan once on a Joe Rogan short. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, but your tongue is not like that, is it? It's like that. Yeah, cool. Lasso, move. What traditional materials do you use for the most part, and which have you not used yet? Just curious. For me, I've played with all except oils. Same here. Oils kind of freaked me out. I was too scared when I was like in high school. I was president of the art club. Um, I shouldn't have been, but I was. I think I was just like I guess other people thought I don't want to have the responsibility, and Rob likes to talk, so we'll we'll vote for him to do it. Um, but I was never really a great artist. There were some people that went to school with me that were they're just incredible artists. Like it's crazy. Um, so yeah, that was in name only, But um, I played with everything in that for four. I was in well, I wasn't the president for 4 years, but I was in that art club for 4 years, and or actually more like three and a half because I didn't join till like the second semester of my freshman year. But um, and even after that in college, I played with watercolors a lot. I really like watercolors, although I'm not really good at it. I like the dynamics of it. Um, and then mostly, just traditional pen and ink skills. Like I did actually go out and buy the book, The Art of Comic Book Inking, and I tried to ink some of the pieces in it a long time ago. They came out horribly because I was learning, but I have some experience with, you know, uh, sable hairbrushes, quills, all that comes with that. But um, I took a hiatus from art for a while, so for emotional reasons, and yeah, when I picked back up again, everything's gone digital, but I actually really like it. It's low overhead. It's like you have to buy the tech stuff, but you're not spending like all this money on sketch pads and equip like art, and I can it's much more convenient time wise too. I don't have to clean up. I don't have to organize. I don't have to have shelves. I can start a piece like this and then jump, like realize that I'm late for work, jump into the car, get to work, um, come back home and, wake the computer and just pick up right where I left off. It's pretty cool. I don't have to like get all this stuff set up and like watercolors, and paints and, the lighting, all that. Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the root of everything, isn't it? Drawing. Without it, everything else just falls by the wayside. Um, even painters are drawing, like I've been watching a lot of videos on painting lately. There's a really cool channel from a guy I never heard of until very recently, but his name is like Ben Elbin or something like that. He has some great live he has great live sessions. He also has really really cool. Okay, now this one's a little bit different. Sorry, I gotta talk it out because I gotta think of it. He's kind of vulnerable. I don't know what this expression is. It's almost like wow, but it needs to have more of a like a little smile. He's almost like he's impressed with something. That's really impressive, but doesn't know how to describe it. So he's just kind of wow, and his little dreadlock things are kind of hugging his face. And as you can see here on these little dread things, I've gotten rid of this. It just doesn't work. I mean, it works in a context, but with cartooning, I feel like the simplification of the form is what allows you to use the form to get the expressiveness. But if you start trying to make everything ornate and detailed, you're starting to move over into another. Man, I can't explain it well. I'm not as articulate as I would like to be at all. But Scott McCloud's understanding comics is just so excellent, and also there's some old school books like Jack Ham's Cartooning the Head and Figure. It doesn't go into it in too much depth, but there are some lines in the book that are just it makes things very clear. Like, how the simplicity of the line is actually the key to the freedom of the expression. Yeah, with cartooning, less is more for sure. Let's see here. Shall I move it away? This expression's not quite. And I really wish they didn't get rid of merge down. I really liked that. But if you notice, it is no longer here. It bugs me. I used it a lot because sometimes it's very convenient to just merge down into the next layer. I don't know why they got rid of it. It's a mystery. I'd like to talk to them about it. Let's see. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. We can do the grumpy cat look. I drew a couple of those, but it may not be very flattering for their mascot. So maybe they wouldn't want to have him doing that. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna give him the angry cat look, the grumpy cat look. It's something like this, and then these are gonna be pointing down, and then these things are gonna be V'd in like this, and then even his dreadlocks are a bit frumpy, and then his ears are like, yeah. He's starting to look like a cat though, and that's not good because this thing's supposed to be like a foo dog or a guardian lion, I think it is, or a dragon. I don't even know what those creatures are. They're like griffins or something. They're kind of like the Chinese version of a griffin, supposedly. I don't know. I gotta do more research. Gotta learn. Isn't that a conundrum of human life? You have to learn things, but ignorance is bliss. Dang, life is hard, man. There we go. He's angry. He's grumpy. We don't know what happened to him. Somebody drew his face like this and he got angry. Yeah. All right. There we go. Cool. You're good. Hey, let me ask you a question, Stream Doc Duck. Do you draw with color pencils or just regular graphite pencils? I don't know why, but sometime last year I just started drawing with colored pencils a lot, and I just can't go back to graphite. I don't know why, but I love drawing with color pencils. And in fact, speaking of that, I want to. I feel like I'm some kind of like product representative on this channel, but I'll just say it again. Nobody pays me any money. I wish they did, but they don't. But I just like to show cool stuff that I like. This was one of the things they were giving out free at the illustration fair. It's a color pencil. It's by a company called Karan Diash. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a Swiss made product. And this is the smoothest, most beautiful, most buttery, soft color pencil I've ever put to paper, ever. And I looked it up online. They're fairly expensive. I mean, if I want to order a replacement color, it's like roughly, you know, like I guess $2.50 USD. It's like it's almost 4,001 in Korean. I don't know what that is in euros, but geez, it's kind of expensive. And if you want a whole set, some of them can get to like, I guess they're including like maybe import charges and tax, but it's like if I want to buy it in Korea, a whole set's like $300. It's crazy. But dang it, it's so good. Yeah, I don't know why, but it helps. It feels better to my eyes. I don't like looking at graphite typically. And in fact, most of the time, even on my computer, I draw with like red or blue. Some people are really against that. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, that's how I typically draw as well before. I just, a regular Stedler 2B pencil. That's my jam when in my sketch pad most of the time. Or it used to be until about, like I said, like about a year and a half ago. Now I kind of just mix it up based on whatever I'm feeling during the day. But yeah. Let's see, what other expressions did I get into? Um, Here's the laughing one. I did a couple other really cool laughing versions of the character, but like what I've got to do is figure out how to make them look less cat-like. I think that's where I'm kind of missing the mark. He's not a cat, and that's the big thing. So maybe the shape needs to be more like frumpy or dog-like, like this with the cheekness. Maybe I should include the cheeks. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I think that may have been how I got started with it. Like one day I needed a pencil and I wasn't near my pencil case, so I just snagged a color pencil out of the we've got like a bucket, it's with all the color pencils and stuff like that in it. And I just went to town with a color pencil one day and I was like, "Hey, this is nice." I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try to vary these shapes up a little bit and see what I can do. It's like let's get that laughing pose again, but this time I want to make the nose a little bit wider and I can't. What's weird here is the way it's like sometimes it V's up onto his face like this, and then sometimes yeah, there's a definitely like a V shape there, so we don't want to change that. But maybe what I draw. I'm trying to look back at my sketch pad and see what I did the other day. See, now he looks a little bit, I don't know, like a Buddha statue or something. It doesn't look quite right. And then again, I flopped his ears up a little bit or his hair. strands. And we gave him some nice happy eyebrows. That's cool. Cool. Then we got in here with a little crown action. I like just getting a little sloppy with the crown. I know it's an important element, but I feel like if you get too strict with the shape of the crown, it starts to detract from the cartoony nature of the thing. I was never a fan. I didn't grow up in the era of emoticons. I missed that boat and I tried to jump onto it late. And one day I remember I was working at this, I was working on an IT team at a hospital. It was a part time gig that I had when I was in college. And we all had iPhones as part of, we had to communicate because we're running all over the hospital, like putting out technical fires, I guess you would call it. Like, oh, my laptop's not working. I can't connect to this, a conference call that I have with this surgeon in Africa or something like that. And so we would have to, run across the hospital grounds and figure out what was going on. And I was using emojis, because like that was my first iPhone. And I was like, oh man, like, but my boss pulled me to the side one day, saying, "Hey, Rob," he's like, "This is your first iPhone, isn't it?" Because like, I'm like a child of the '80s, And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, let me tell you something. In the corporate world, emoticons will kill you. And I was like, oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't know. He was really nice about it, but he was like, probably want to slow down on the emoticons. And I was like, all right, man, cool. It was a funny situation though. Charcoal color was or polychromos opacity is the key. Drawing light first when push it down. Yeah, man. That was the thing about ink for me. Um oh, oh okay, we gotta do that game again. Um Inking was really terrifying, but so gratifying. Like when you get it right, I can see why people are addicted to it. It's like when you get it right in like analog ink, when you um sit down and just really nail it, it feels so good, you know. Um, there's somebody that I follow on Instagram. Um, this he's pretty popular. He's really famous, I suppose. Although I gotta be honest, I never heard of him before I saw him on Instagram. I just followed the hashtag like inking or digital inking or comic inking. Um, it's Chris Samney, and I hope I'm saying that right. But that dude is just he's on another level with his spot blacks and like his compositions and like his ability just to man, that guy just he blows me away. He posts so frequently that it's inhuman. He's like a machine, but it's all analog ink. If you want to see some sweet analog ink, go follow him. You'll be impressed once a day, guaranteed. So StreamDoc, that's your gig. You're doing industrial design work for the most part. That sounds really cool and interesting. It's intimidating to me. Oh, you know what we haven't drawn yet? We haven't drawn love. Sometimes he's got to love something or somebody, right? Let's get some love. But yeah, like designing, like different kinds of products or parts or shoes or like, all right, StreamDoc, if you say yes that you're an industrial designer, I want to give you an idea for a product that you could probably design easily. And since only 7 people are watching this stream right now, I don't think anyone will steal it before you can make it. But I'm just gonna tell it to you. Um, oh crap. StreamDoc, do you have an iPad? That's the first question. Nice. Okay, then I can't give you my super awesome industrial design idea. It's not really that special. It's yeah, it's an idea for Sketchboard Pro attachment that basically allows you to adjust the angle because it only has one angle. That's it. That's all it is. It's like a rubber foot system for the little pegs that flop out. I sometimes wish it had different angles. I think they'll probably address that at some point in the future. They have to. I think they've got to um, find an affordable way to put it on an adjustable stand. They're probably already working on it R&D. Like you know what I mean. But that was my killer idea. All right, let's. Oh man, this guy's just so cute. Let's do this guy. Let's vectorize this guy. Do 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 be do. Do 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 be do be do. All right, here we go. I'm hesitant to I almost want to kind of experiment a little bit with why don't we just do it like this? Actually, just get in with a square. Convert it to curves. Node tool. Where did I put you? Let's see here. Oh, do you know about this one? Maybe you already know about this one. I think it's already made it into 2.1, but here's the 2.2. You can right click. You can right click on nodes and convert. That's pretty cool. I don't have my pen set up, so I'm not using it that much these days. But I thought it was a really great addition. They really did a good job with it. It's one of those things that's just so practical and it makes a lot of sense. Kind of looks like a piece of toast now. Let's pull this in a little bit. Get in here. We need some profiles. Let's make some profiles. Affinity, if you're listening, if you can hear me, please let us set global profiles. That would be so cool. Please. I have to do this every time, I think. You guys are the best. Never stop. Never stop. Let's see. Go back down. Go back up on this side. Just setting things up for the type of lines that I'm used to drawing. Right. Yeah, and I think you're not doing yourself a disservice by studying all that perspective and all that technical stuff. I think it's really going to benefit you, you know. It's something that I've got to devote more time to once I get more time, but I'm working on instinct right now. Like I just don't have a lot of time. That's my main sort of the main thing right now. Just not having that much time to deal with to do those kind of things that I want to do like that. But we'll get there. Let's see. Let's see. Turn off snapping. Don't need that right now. All right. Here's where we're gonna have to figure out if we're gonna go like full blown Sanrio on this thing, because like that's what it's looking like right now. Let's see. We need a triangle in here. Maybe I'll turn this on because I'm in vector persona so people can see what I'm actually doing. Put this down in here. We'll fill it. Here's where we okay. So we want to create a palette for this document, right? Add a document palette. We'll call this Leon's colors. And then I'll also save this. Save. Uh, we'll save it to the desktop. We'll call it um, emojis one beta Huion Leon. Okay, so let's make a palette. Boom. Wait a minute. Am I? Oh no! I found a weakness. Found a weakness. Oh, Stream Dock. I found a weakness. It doesn't. You can't suck up colors from the Fuwari. It has a weakness. No. It's okay. I'm smarter than that. Boom. You played yourself. Yeah, boy. You gonna Fuwari me? Oops. All right. We want to add that to the palette. We want to add this guy to the palette. We want to add the mouth or the charcoal colors of his body to the palette. Yeah. And then we want to get that that soft. Look at that. That red is so pretty. It's like a beautiful soft red. It's so nice. I like it. Cool. That's about it. That's all the colors that there are besides white. We'll just add white and black. We don't really need to add white or black, but I just did. Cool. Get rid of this. Move to the bottom of the stack. Get rid of this. All right. I don't know what I did, but I'm glad it was good. Oh no. Don't move, bro. Yeah, man. When I did the Affinity video, I was looking at it and I never even noticed it. You never notice stuff until you have to teach it to someone. That's one of those things about teaching. I'm not a great teacher or anything like that, but if you really want to if you really want to understand more about something, even if you can't master it, try to teach it to someone without knowing too much about it or without having thought about it too much. When I did my Affinity session, I was looking at all the He-Man stuff and I was like, gosh, man, they really just like scientifically engineered those characters. They probably had to, right? Because it was all about like merch salesmanship. So they were like selling He-Man action figures and to kids, and that was what it was all about. So oh, we need some styles. Let's get some styles over here. Let's put them down with the brushes. Okay, first I'll put you there, and then you'll go live in here. Why won't you live in your home? Go to your home. All right, fine. Go there. That's weird. Things are weird tonight. I don't understand. I had the styles right, but they're not. They were in Affinity Designer 2, not beta. So I got to make some new styles, but that's okay. Let's add a new category. Leon's Leon's style. Cool. Let's see what's my stroke situation here. Just bring this out here for right now. It's like 4. Let's go down to 2. All right, cool. And then this one is 4. All right. That is cool. We'll just fill it with white just for now. And we'll call this actually maybe we'll just keep it null and then let's see, add style versus election. That's style 1. And then we'll add style 2. Yeah, it's real finicky today. Like some things are not working. Earlier, I was trying to type an exclamation mark in the chat. I've got, universal control linked over. I can move out and go over and type to you in the chat, it won't type it won't type an exclamation mark. It just types a one, even though I'm holding shift. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on today. Maybe I've got some, I don't know what's going on. It's all right. We we get by. Actually, I want to delete that. What we really want is that. Cool. All right. So, but I'm gonna try to do things a different way tonight. I'm just gonna get in and get a little sloppy. Like we'll get in there and just draw some stuff. Polygon. A little bit of that charcoal action. There we go. Cool. Yeah, but it's weird because it's telling me that I have the stream set to low latency, but it's telling me that the stream has is in excellent condition. 10 or 11 viewers and yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Let's see. A little bit of that. A little bit of that. Maybe we'll make it a smart mode instead. And then we'll make these, we'll get rid of one of these. Yeah, smart. There we go. And then lower the opacity a bit, get that shape just right. Actually, we need this. We need this node. What we want to do is, yeah, we want to pull these out a little bit to make that shape. Wait a minute. There we go. To make that shape. There we go. That's what I was after. Something like this. I don't know. I'm getting worried. I spent the last year or two like trying to build up my YouTube, and to be honest, it hasn't really been the right move. I mean, I don't think I was ready to get into all this when I got into all this. I kind of was nudged into it, and I'm here now. But they're making all these weird changes, and everybody's fretting that doom is coming. I don't know. Like it seems like it freaks me out. It's kind of like a bummer, you know. It's like, hey man, I just got here. It feels like it anyway. And I know I haven't been really consistent or anything like that, but reality is a little more important. And I'm really trying to figure myself out and figure all this stuff out, like, um, rather than just, I don't want to, oh, this is so weird. Why can't I do that? Paste inside, edit, paste inside. There we go. All right, and then the mouth, we'll go with this style, and then we'll fill it with this color. We'll go black with that. All right, that's cool. I don't know about these eyes. I feel like I want them to be a little bit more like this. There we go. You little cutie. Let's put you guys down here. What? All right. I'm going to force you guys to live together. You don't want to live together? Now you live together. Take that. Yeah, I know. I really had all these ideas and dreams about YouTubing and stuff like that, but right now I'm just kind of like letting it all hang out. I don't care anymore. I mean, I care, but not like to the point where I'm gonna let it bother me, like how it turns out. It's especially because I think I've been through that period where I had a good little while where people were just coming by the channel being real nasty. It was crazy. And it was funny because I thought it would hurt more. Like I thought it would be more, I thought it would be harder to deal with, but actually I was just like, whatever, man. Like cuz and and then I started realizing like the anxiety that I was getting about YouTube, like always trying to have an angle, um, always trying to have something to show or teach or something like that. Um, and it's just it's not the way. It's like the opposite of the Mandalorians. It's not the way. Like, look at this. Do you see this, Doc Doc? Look at what I'm dealing with right here. I am trying to drag this in here. You can see I'm clicking. I get the blue click, right? It is not budging. I cannot move this thing. I have no idea why. I've got the move tool selected. I think my tablet is doing this. Now I'm going to be sad. Let me see if I can't. Let me see if it really is the tablet. Let me change this. No, I don't think it's the tablet. Let me turn this off. And then we're going to do a little experiment. We're going to do an experiment. This is live troubleshooting, folks. You can't get this anywhere else on the internet. I hear you, man. Amen. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And there's always going to be people like that. You're always going to have to deal with crap like that. It never goes away. So, yeah, it's one of those sad things, but I think there's some beauty in that too, without any struggles or anything like that. What do you have to accomplish? It was Affinity Beta. Hey, that's some live bug reporting happening. If you guys at Affinity are watching, that's live bug reporting. Unless the tablet was actually doing it, but I don't think so. I've been using this for the last since I bought it with zero issues. Today is the first day any of this shenanigans has happened. So, yeah, there's that. So, don't go slamming my tablet. I love this tablet. It's like my precious. I'm like Gollum. What's Tata's precious? I'm gonna rewatch The Lord of the Rings soon because the vibe that's going on for me right now, what we just talked about, that's some serious Lord of the Rings stuff, Doc. Oh, someone else entered the chat. That's cool. Floasis. No, these characters are not for a book. This is Huey on the tablet. The digital artist peripheral company. I guess I don't know what they like to call themselves, but they're having a contest to draw some emojis featuring their character here, which is belongs to Huey on. I didn't design this, and I'm just experimenting with different ideas and seeing how I might like put them together. I didn't create this character. I did these drawings and that's it. And so I'm working on a set of emojis. That's all they are. Um, and I mean, so far so good. But yeah, that's. Hey, thanks for dropping by the channel. Never. That's a new name. I've never seen you before. In here. That's really cool. Thanks a lot. It's got some. There's a vibe. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's right. Let's go to 3 for this one. I'm trying to be here and now on most days I can be. Um, I have some bad days. I think everybody does. Mm, But yeah. I'm gonna try a different approach with these today. I'm gonna actually use like a solid thing instead of using vector flood fill today, and see if I can't do it that way. Maybe let's see, transform independently. Sometimes it's fun just to just to see stuff like that happen. You learn little things. Cool. Hey, thanks. Thanks. It's always this part right here that gets me though, Doc Duck. It's like this one's tough. Let's see. I'm gonna pull this one up above, maybe onto a new level. Mm, smarten those up a bit. At least I know better now than to try to put those curly Q things in there because those just weren't working at all last time. And from what I've seen, the way Huion, the way when I look at their mascot, the way they handle it is pretty good. They they're creative in the way they handle it, and it actually goes behind. That's what's tricky about this one. It actually goes, oops, it actually goes behind his ear and then in front of his face. So it's really tough to pull it off with vector. It's really easy to do, with like, um, hey, thanks. That's really nice of you to say. Floasis. By the way, that's a cool name. I like the tag at the end, H2 Flow. That's cool. I don't know, like I don't think I'll win the contest. I mean, it would be nice. It's all going to come down to how much time I have to work on it, and also, you never know what goes on. Um, who else is out there working on stuff, like probably some really talented people could whip up like some really great stuff like really fast, but it's just kind of an exercise. I just want to try, see what happens. And thanks for saying that about my tutorials. These days, just the thought of making tutorials makes me feel really heavy. I don't, so that's why I've been doing the live streams and stuff. It's like, seems like whenever I have a good idea, it ends up in like three or four other people's, tutorial or stream. And it's kind of, you know, I don't like the redundancy of YouTube where like there's 5 people making the same tutorial about stuff. And yeah, I guess, you could argue like, oh, well, maybe people want to see your tutorial, but it's like, I don't know. I might get back into the tutorial game at some point. I got a big note file full of ideas. that I've had. I just kind of keep them close to the vest. Let's see. What I really want to do is pull this inner edge down. Whoa. So I'm holding Option to drag that down so it goes like that. And then what I have to do is, okay, we're gonna do the old trick. Option. All right. Oh, we're gonna go pen tool, or no, node tool. We're going to add a node, grab a node. We're gonna straighten that out. Take this node, connect it. Now let's use that old vector flood fill. Let's see if we can get this rocking. We'll go to Leon's colors, grab that blue, that Huey on blue. Oh, successful vector flood fill. Beep, 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 beep. Sorry. All right. I love the tool. I feel like it's an awesome tool. I really hope they keep working on it and like really just like making it shine, you know? That's it's gonna be epic. I'm approaching things in a very like sort of ramshackled way today. Yeah, that's my plan. So if you can see what I'm doing here, um, I'm my plan is I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna basically. I think it's much easier to mask um, the line work for the face. And so what I have to do is my idea is this. It's a little bit complicated, but I think it offers me a lot of it's complicated, but it has fewer risks. Let me explain. If I try to mask this here right now, like this, I'm going to grab my pencil or my stylus. If I try to go in here and mask the face, I'll also be masking. I'll also be masking the white on the face here. So, like for example, I've got my eraser selected. I'm going to come in here and erase some stuff. So I'm also erasing that white part, right? So it's much better to just erase the line work, right? But I've already started filling things, and people often work this way, where they're, sort of just putting stuff together. So if I duplicate this, oops, what was that? Let's see one more time. If I duplicate this on the top layer, get rid of the fill for this here. Oops. Oh, yeah. Get rid of the fill. Come down to this one, get rid of the stroke and the inner object. Or I'm sorry, yeah, get rid of the stroke. I can go back to this one, and with a tiny eraser, I can come in and let me get rid of this. Just get rid of the line work really nicely and easily. Is that what I want to do? Oh no. And I know why it's not working. It's because of this situation right here. It's because of this. This needs to be above that. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, so now let's try that again. We'll get rid of the line work. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're right, Stream Duck Duck. I realized that. Um, it's all about style and how people are too. Some people like most of the feedback that I've gotten on the channel have been positive. But the negative is always consistent, and it's been educational. You know, basically people. I think what happens is you got a lot of people out there flying by the seat of their pants, and everybody's in a hurry to get something done. Everybody's in a hurry these days. I mean, the world's getting faster. We got to move faster, right? So people mostly come by, and when they're like screaming at me about my tutorials and stuff, It's mostly because I don't get to the point fast enough, or the video should have been like 10 minutes instead of 30 minutes, things like that. Um, but the thing is that kind of stuff is just no fun sometimes, and I want to have fun. That's what this started as. That's how I wanted to keep it. So I was trying to do that, and then a lot of people were like, "Oh, I love your tutorial, the Cypher Secrets tutorial," and that's when I was trying to get I was really trying to go into this like hyper structured thing, like where I was really going for it, with the structure of the tutorial and all that. But let me transform that from the center actually. But get rid of this one. I'll do alt drag, flip. Yeah, it's just it just feels real sterile. Sometimes I didn't enjoy it, and it's sometimes it's refreshing to do it, but right now that's not where I'm at. I feel like the shape is wrong. There we go. That's right. Perfect. Hey, thanks. I can't consider myself a true comic maker yet, not until I make a comic, but I am working on it. It might not be done by the end of the year because of all that's going on. It's just like the perfect storm this year. Like new house, um, jobs getting more intense. I'm trying to keep the YouTube channel alive. I'm getting pulled in many directions lately. Got a lot more than that going on, like family stuff. It's just crazy. But we're trying. I do mean what I say. uh, when I It was the lesson that I had to learn really hard, but staying positive is really good for you. Let's see. I wonder if I can just okay. Whoop. There we go. Bring him out a little bit more, just like that. Cool. And then we'll just go back. Go back with that eraser tool. Do a little bit of that. I think I think Affinity Publisher is I think the Affinity suite is gonna once they get it. Here's the thing that I think, and this is not gonna be. I don't know how the Affinity staff feels about this, or the director, or I don't know how they all feel about it. Um, but in my mind, what I think is Affinity's in a very unique position. They're in this position where they can capture a lot of oops, we need to get into vector persona. They can capture a lot of business and a lot of traffic from people that are doing design work and people that are working professionally now. So it's almost like they're targeting that group who are kind of fed up with the tyrannical situation going on with you know Adobe, and it's kind of a monopoly, on creativity. It's getting out of control, and now they've got AI, and that's even scary. I mean, that's crazy. So what I think is they don't. Where do they want? Who do they want to attract? What do they? How do they want to be seen? Like they have to move very strategically, like and carefully, so what they're doing. So they can't just willy nilly start like trying to court users of different apps or different types of artists. They've got to try and solidify their hold on the market, a niche that they've sort of carved out, and that is not comic book making people right now for the most part. I'm sure they're working on stuff for it for sure, but the most important stuff is probably not that. Let's see. I think it's this. No, I want. Okay, this is where things can get frustrating. All right, pencil tool. We're good. Okay, let's get in here. 3 point. That's fine. We want to start here with a black stroke. I think at some point though, if it's not me, which it'll probably won't be, it'll probably be somebody over at Affinity. Well, um, they'll they'll have somebody like a professional artist come in and do something, but people are gonna start to take notice um, that Affinity can be used to create graphic novels, comic books, and you don't need to go and you don't need to use you don't have to be hemmed down and glued to Adobe stuff. Um, Come on, man. I this they they're gonna show everybody at some point. I got a lot of faith in them. I just it's fun to watch too. They're like my it's like a football team for me at this point. Just want to see him succeed, just to see him win. You know. Actually, I was more of a basketball player, but and fan when I was young. But that's neither here nor there. There you go. Let's see here. Dupe, swoop, and shoop. Salt and pepper. Man, I'm looking forward to. I don't know what's going on with the Deadpool movie, but I liked Deadpool. I mean, for the most part. I was glad that Hugh Jackman got back involved with it. I think Wolverine in a Deadpool movie would be so sweet. Sweet. I want to go and start adding a little more detail lines and sort of stuff that could make this a little more interesting. Because right now, it's not as interesting as it could be. I know I'm spending a great deal of time on this representation of this character, but if you're enjoying it, I'm enjoying being here. I may have to do something with that mouth in just a little bit. Let's get some cheek action going. Um, what I'll do is I'll use like a slightly modified sort of lozenge shape with the pencil tool. No, 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 no. Here we go. No. Let's use control. It's a good one for you guys who are just getting started. Control help you get that straight line action going with the pencil tool. Oh, except I didn't do it well on that last one. Let's try it one more time. There we go. But what I want to do is clean that curve up a little bit. It's a little bit weird. Maybe I need to fatten it up on both ends, or maybe I could just expand it and turn it into like like a lozenge. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go Sanrio. We'll go full Sanrio on this thing. I'm not afraid. Let's see, reset the pressure on that. Flip it. Yeah, we'll go full blown lozenge on this thing, and then I'll just move this, stretch it out. Move this, stretch it out. I'm after something very specific. That's why I'm doing it this way. I want it to be kind of a. I want it to have character, not just like a flattened circle, you know? Something like that. Yeah. There we go. That works. And then we'll go back and find it. And we'll fatten it up a little bit. Oh, look at you. Whoa. You're locked. You lost your movement privileges. Oh, I'm so happy. Something you did made me feel incredible. There we go. Cool. I almost want to rosy those cheeks up a little bit, but I'm not going to. And then for those bottom parts, we can get cool with the circle down here. We can enjoy the ease of work there. Thanks, Doc. Let's see, 3.5 maybe. Let's see here. I'm curious to see what it would look like if I went and did a little bit of that. Nah. Or I could move the stroke to the outside. That actually kind of makes me happy to see. Eh, cool, cool. Maybe, maybe not. Let's dupe. Let's group and dupe. Then we'll turn those off. Turn that off. Come back to that. That might be a possibility. All right. So now what? The crown. The crown. The crown. The crown. The crown. It's um it's like two quadrilaterals overlapping a pentagon shaped like a house kind of to get that pencil look. So it's yeah, the crown. The crown jewels. Let's go with let's put that stroke on there. All right. I want to keep it loose. I don't want to get too tight with it. So what I'm going to do is actually we're going to get rid of this shape. Oh, actually I want to copy the style real quick. Get rid of it. And we'll go with that. We'll go with a pentagon. I think that'll be the actually no, I want to have a hold on, I've got to think. It's like a I think this is it. It's a septagon. Yeah. My idea is this. My idea to make this easier to draw is to expand from the center. Okay. You see, you smell what I'm stepping in, Doc Duck? Convert to curves. Bingo. Sometimes it's sometimes you just got to shape it up. Bingo. Yeah. Let's see. Sharpen this up. I'm looking at the references now. Yeah, they don't have sharp edges on those bad boys. It's weird. The triangles on the inner part have those, and the way they've got it separated, it's kind of okay. So the base on it is kind of wide. Actually, it has a wide base, but I kind of like my narrow base a little more. So I'm gonna sort of let my little take on it stay because I want it to be something that I made. Um, yeah, and then we'll move this down below the eyebrows, and I think what we can do is we can use the pen tool, go into line mode, um, draw out this bad boy right here. Um, we'll okay. How do I deal with that? I got it. We need an extra stroke. We'll add an extra stroke. We'll make this one black as well. We will make it 3.5, just like above. We'll put it to the outside of the object. We'll make this one now. Um, let's see, like this. Does it work? Darn it. I thought it would work, but it doesn't. Never tried that before, actually. I'm just trying new stuff, you know? What's going on here? We want to use the move tool. There we go. We need that to be a little bit thicker. Something like this. Go with that. A little bit of that. We'll turn this stuff off for now. That too. Actually group all that together. Turn it on. Turn it off. And get this just so. Expand the stroke. Now we'll work all that stuff out. There we go. This probably wouldn't take nearly as long as if I wasn't talking so much, but I'm having a great time. Thanks for hanging, Doc Duck, and also thanks to everybody who has dropped by, checking out Floasis. That was really nice, coming by and saying some nice things like that. That was really cool. Kind of want to cartoon these up a little bit, like boom, but they lose that pencilish quality. I know these are supposed to be pencils, right? That's the graphic design of the whole thing. They're supposed to be kind of pencil like. Let's see if we can get away with it. They don't look like pencils so much anymore. That's what I worry about. Yeah, we'll keep the angles. I think the angles are like better. They're sharper. Heyo. Actually, they're a little bit more in the middle, aren't they? Yeah, more like that. Okay, cool. And then we'll do a little bit more of this pen tool and line mode action. We'll go 3 points, and then we'll go 1, 2. Essentially, there's a little bit of an, it's like, it sort of, they're trying to intimate that, or sort of that imply that there's like a curvature to the crown by pulling it inwards like that a little bit. And then these can go on the inside of the crown shape. Cool. And I think this needs to also have a stroke of 3 points on it to sort of match with the crown, so it's all one object. And then now we can yeah, group those together. We'll repeat our previous thing that we did in the last episode with this action right here. Put a red color on there. Move them all below their master shapes, or their sort of origin shapes. Set it to erase. Um, yeah. Did that work? Ah, it's because they're within the group. Okay, I get it. Okay, one more time. Ungroup, and here these are set to erase. Why is that not working? Oh, because they're filled. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah. Could do some work on those shapes a little bit. They're a little bit too perfect. So what's happening is they're not like sort of jiving with the shape that I drew. And I can just adjust the eraser shapes to compensate. I can adjust all of that. Yeah, cool. Just a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Cool. No, it's kind of fine. All right. What's wrong with it now? Now I have to look at it objectively and think, how does this kind of suck? Um, it may be that the whole thing needs to be, I don't know, maybe oops, sorry about that, guys. Maybe the eyebrows. Okay, so what we can do is let's use this and go into some iterations. Maybe that's best. Okay. So what I need to do is collect all this. Cool. Oh, accidentally put those outside the layer. All right. Let's dupe this. Let's see how we can't maybe change this a little bit. Okay. Put this guy back. I'm going to try something pretty wild. I'm going to try to warp a vector layer. I've never tried it. Ah, yeah. Good job. Remember to save. Done. Done, Stream Doc. Done. Save. Got it. Oh, no. His eggs. His hair eggs. Gotta go. Gotta go there. What's the command? There we go. Let's see. It needs to. What I've got to do is, if I want to make this thing, if I want to make it, oops, if I want to make it, sort of, if I want to make it, like sort of editable, I've got to sort of group things together that I can get away with warping a little bit. So it's like if I group this together, if I group, oops, I can get rid of one of those. If I group these together, the head should probably be in this group. Ooh, it can't be. So that's going to be kind of challenging. I'm gonna have to like remask that line work, and then what I want to do here is I want to start now. I think I want to start playing with line weight a little bit, but I also think I want to. I think I know what's wrong. There's some kind of thing about the negative space on the face. The eyes may be too small. Um, what we can do is we can transform. Now we're getting into something interesting here. And then we'll go to the node tool. We'll bring this down a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to add some depth below the nose using line weight. So if I find out, yeah, this is the spot. So the way to do this would be to use a curve that looks like an upside down. Ah, where are you? There you are. Something like that. And then increase the weight to about 3. It gives a little weight to the nose, and then maybe pull this down even a little more. Something like that. And then I think these need to be rounded a little bit more. Something like that. That's a little bit better. Um, can the mouth be bigger? Should the mouth be bigger? I'm not sure. Let's all right. What we need to do is we need to turn this off. We need to group these together for now. I've got this idea that I want to vector warp things. That's what I'm thinking about doing, but maybe maybe I should approach it more simply. Um, maybe I just need to shrink the shapes with the move tool. Let's try that first. No, you two only. That might be it. And then also change the shape just a little bit. This. There's a marshmallow vibe happening, and I like it. I saw some really kind of weird, cute video the other day. Somebody cartoonized, I guess, a baby like saying that they would make themselves into a marshmallow or something, and they would just jiggle or something like that. It was really cute. It was sometimes I don't know. So the plot line, I don't want to give any total spoilers away about Mission Impossible, but one of the main plot was about AI. It seems like everything's about AI these days. It's such a buzzword. Everybody's making videos about it. It's just YouTube is flooded with AI content right now. It's crazy. And I don't mean like AI content as in AI is generating the content, although it probably very well is um, flooding the content. It kind of makes me aggravated, but yeah, about that. That's the gist of situation with the old. Um, I guess the best way to do this will just be to get rid of one and could make it into a symbol, but I don't want to get too. I'm not trying to make things too hard for myself. He still looks really cat-like. I really want to make that go away. There we go. That's more doggish. And the inside can stay sharp like that. I think it has a cool effect. Cool. This is like if Sanrio designed the Huion mascot. So we got that. We, I keep forgetting to get rid of the duplicates. And then we got that. And that's right there. And then this shape, we can just get rid of it because what I can do is I can come here, duplicate this, get rid of the mask, get rid of the inner shape, turn it white. We're all good. Cool. Yeah. Let's go in a little bit. I'm on to something. Yeah. And now what we do is we want to make sure that this has no stroke. And we want to make sure that the dreadlock parts are in between here and here. And then we want to mask out that line work and we're good to go. Let's see what happens when I turn the mask on. Yeah, I figured it wasn't going to work, but you never know. Don't want to redo some work unless you really have to. Let's see, go back. It lacks the punchy big eye quality of the company's design, but and also they've got I see another thing that's missing. I mean, it's not really missing, it's just different. I mean, their their designs for this part are very it's got a little bit of wiggle and bounce to it. Like there's some kind of stuff going on like this. Mine's very geometric. Is it better or worse to have that? I think I like the original. I think I like the geometric sort of situation that I've sort of fell into there. I don't know. What do you think, Doc Duck? You still around? I think this is a pretty good little place to maybe stop, but I could do another one. It could probably take a little while though. I might just like get on every day for the week and sort of start working out these designs. But I'd say that if like it kind of unfortunately it still looks kind of girly. And I'm not saying that because girls are bad or anything weird like that. It's just the character I don't think is a girl. That's all. I'm just looking at it from a logical point of view. I got to remember that this thing has to scale, right? It's got to be, it's got to, it's got to look good small, and it's got to look good big. And maybe that nose needs to be bigger. Mm, I don't know. Let's find another one. It's basically the same thing. Let's just All right. Let's see what we can do with a little ingenuity. Version one, pleased. Version two, pleased. Not sure. Dupe, dupe, and scoop. Let's see what we got going on here. Uh, Version three, pleased. Mm, no, no, no. That's cool. Okay. But is that really what I drew? Yeah, I guess it is. And then I guess they do taper. Yeah, the tapering really gives the look of something a little bit, something like that. Maybe. That's about right. I like that one the best. Probably, I think. I think. I mean, let me take a look at the eye situation. Like, what can we do with the eyes? Those big, like giant eyes. Once you've got a set of components to work with, it's kind of fun. This one could be. I want to see what happens when I vector warp some of these things. Um, because I think vector warp could really come in handy here. Let's see. First of all, let's play with these. Let's get rid of the crown for a minute. Let's get rid of the eyes for a minute. Whiskers. So, whiskers, brows, crown, mouth. The mouth shape can change quite a bit too. And then where are these eyes at? Let's group those. Happy eyes. Happy, happy squinty eyes. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's go in and play. No, I want this. Uh-oh, I think I'm doing something fun. And then this stuff. Yeah, that doesn't quite work, does it? So that needs to be circles within circles. Okay, no problem. Looks kind of terrified. And then this stuff. Let's all right. What we'll do is we'll group those items together that belong together. Position them appropriately. And then let's see what happens when we apply some a quad mesh on this. Oh man, it's like 1040. But I'm in the zone, so I'm just going, you know. You got to bail, Stream Duck? That's cool. Don't feel man, I appreciate you hung out with me for so long. It's almost 11 o'clock p.m. at night. I usually start getting ready for bed around this time. I'm usually in bed like by midnight. Whoa, that is wacky. Did you see that? Maybe. Oh, nice. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate you keeping me company on all these streams lately. It's really cool. You're excellent company, my friend. It's not quite what I know how to do it correctly now. So we back up. I'm going to keep this as an example, but what we have to do is we have to change the shape of the original object, and then we can get in with the warp tool and really go for it and have some fun. And all it requires is this. We can go to the node tool and transform a little bit. Again, maybe I have to. Actually, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's cool though. I think people need a community where people are like them, you know. I think that's part of it. Part of learning and being successful and stuff like that. When you're taking on stuff like this. I just I don't know. I don't have any time or place in my life right now for negative, crappy people like saying mean things and stuff and like doing, and like just causing, you know, general just it's hard enough in the real world, like don't go making people's lives miserable on the internet. Like, and I'm not talking about anything that's happened to me personally, actually, at this moment. I'm talking about stuff that I see. There's a lot of vitriol and dissatisfaction and stuff like that. So it's nice to have company and like relax and have some, you know, common interests with others. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I feel like it's getting a little bit weird. All right, that's cool. Let's try this shape. I kind of like this shape. I kind of like it now. Now let's try to group warp it. Okay, so wait. I want to zoom out a little bit. What I want to do is this. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's like that scene from Searching for Bobby Fischer. There it is. Yeah, me too. Me too, H2 Flow. Um, I do too. There's something very pleasing about it. It's weird. I really like dirty, sort of digital, like analog looking art. That's like really where I'm at right now. Like what I do most of my private stuff. But there is something akin to sculpting in vector art and how clean and thick and bold and beautiful you can make it look. There's so much, there's so many possibilities with vector artwork, and I uh, I agree. Yeah, it looks really cool when you start getting it right. It looks cool. Let me see. Let me see if I can't. Yeah. What I want to do is I want to go in here and I've got okay. Here's a cool situation. I want to. Looks like a chicken or something. All right. What I want to do is I want to snip off part of this thing so that I can manipulate it without having to go in and do a bunch of node work. So I'm just going to go in here like this and do some Boolean. There we go. There we go. Cool. The reason I did that is because I want to widen it up. I want to widen it up a little bit and yeah, like that. Something like that. I need to get some little lightning bolts too. And then now what I want to try to do is I have this cool idea. I want to try it. We'll see if it works out. But on the crown, what I want to do with the crown is like I want to make it seem as though it's kind of like zipped off of his head. Like I'll show you. Like all right, I want I want to use let's just play around a little bit. Let's go vector bend vertical. No. Do you smell you picking up what I'm putting down? Yeah, something like this. Something along these lines. Like it's just kind of like that cartoon sound effect. Wait, is it not in a work group anymore? Wait, let's go back. There we go. What? Yeah, kind of like that. And then all we need to do is just bring the entire layer down a little bit to make sure it stays inside the lines. Oh, I'm not even looking at my drawing. It goes the other way. Okay, so first what I need to do is get rid of the warp group. Um, Control on, yeah. Let's see, we'll warp it like this. Actually, I'll shrink it down a little bit. I love doing that kind of stuff, Stream Doc. I'm gonna have to do a stream on that kind of stuff. We're definitely gonna. Man, I want to stream like every day. Like that's kind of my goal. I have ideas too about like, but I have this goal and I want to stream every day for at least an hour. I want to see what happens if I just keep it up as long as I can. Just stream every day for an hour. Some of the streams I may not talk to you guys. Like I may just like go straight forward so I can focus. It. So I might do that in the near future. So I'll let you guys know. Like I'll type a message like on the chat and I'll let everybody know like what the stream is going to be about or what it's going to be like. But because of time, it's all about time. On Saturday night, I don't have anything going on. Um, you know, uh, my wife and I we're together all the time these days. We we we'll probably get into something fun tomorrow night too. But you know, other than just like having some fun with my wife on the weekends and uh, you know, just taking it easy at night, and then we've been super busy with like adulting and life stuff. It's pretty crazy, but it's once everything settles. I have a plan that I want to put into motion where I want to stream like every day. I think it'll be so awesome. Just pick a topic and go for it, you know? And oh, I kind of like that. Let's just play with the parameters a little bit though. I want to make it go the other way, like, and then maybe like this. Vector warp is so fun. I really like playing with it. That looks really cool. I think with the vector warp stuff, you got to be careful. It's it's warping a group now, and the behavior might not be as expected. I Gosh, I don't know what to do. Maybe here's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna undo all that. Actually, I'm gonna ungroup it, and then I'm going to let the the vector warp group be the group. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a vector warp group on it of just a quad mesh. I'm going to duplicate that, and then I'll work with the duplicate like that. That way I can always go back and have a backup to sort of play with again. I think I'm messing around with this way too much. I think I need to move on. Or maybe warp the parts individually. I'm unsure. This part, the bottom of the crown's not looking quite right. Let's back up. Ba-da-ba. Maybe it's just simpler than that. Maybe it is. I'll come back to that later. Oh no. I'll come back to it later. Just some ideas. And then we got to get the shocking look on the sides of the with the hair. We got to get rid of this hair, and we got to go for the shock. And that's pretty easy to do. We just need some triangles for that business, right? So let's come down here. And actually, I want to take these egg shapes and I want to repurpose them, turn them into some triangle stuff. Thanks, Doc. Let's see. Okay, that's group one, group two. Okay, cool, cool. We'll take these guys. We'll get in there close. Convert to curves. We're gonna get rid of one edge. We're gonna tighten up the other. Uh, Turn these off. There we go. Let me look at what I have. What did I? How was that shape that I drew? Whoa, it's big. Okay, no big deal. And it needs to, yeah, like this. Cool. Let's see. Transformation center. We'll move the transformation center down to here. Get a little bit of that going on. Maybe. I like this one a lot. I don't know about you guys, but this one's my favorite so far. It's like, let's get rid of this. And let's see. We'll group those, dupe it, flip it, slip it. And then maybe what I'll do is I feel like the crown shape, the crown shape has a role to play. But let's check this out. Duplicate. I got to get rid of all the materials in here in this group because what I really only need is this shape here. And what I want to do with it is I want to use it as hair that's sort of extending or screaming off the back part behind his head, like this, like like that. Yeah, but we need to sort of repurpose it a little bit. It's as though his it's as though his mane is also, like the back part of his mane has also sort of been electrified. And then to really solve that, to make it really work, we can sell it by moving that crown up just a smidge, right? And we can sell it a little more with that. So he's got like this electrification going on. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit too much. Maybe it's not. We'll see. Let's play with it a little bit more. I think it works somehow. Maybe if I come in like this. Maybe I add another node or two. I'm working with the mouse quite a bit tonight. I don't. Oops. When you get into the shape editing, um, it, things get a little mousy. You know what I mean? I don't know, guys. I got to figure that one out. That one's not quite there yet. Let's well, we can do those. We can put some filler shapes in here for now. I want to remember that I have ideas about the hair back there. Let's see. Maybe I need to distribute these objects evenly. Um, let's see. Here, distribute vertical centers. Uh, maybe create a compound. Maybe do a little of that. A little of that. Uh, copy this style. Paste this style. I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, it's a fun little situation. Well, that'll be enough for that. Oh, we got to add lightning bolts to this guy. Like little alertness bolts. It's pretty close to my sketch, and the little alertness bolts won't be a big deal. It's a little polygon action. Draw that out real quick with my pen. And maybe this kind of a curve. Yeah. Bring it down to something like 4 or how about 8? And we'll just go ahead and something like that. It's a little wacky. Let's see, make sure that that's right. Hmm. It's a little too intense, I suppose. Maybe if it's something like this. Oh, maybe if it's a little fatter like that, that's kind of nice. Or maybe it just needs to be something like this. We definitely want rounded stuff happening. I think I think the this doesn't matter much because if you look at it in pixel view, maybe that changes. Also, I can just come in here and smarten them up. So whenever you get that, what the answer can be to just come in and smarten them all up, and then what you have to do is you go in and to get back that angular character, you just tighten them up just a little bit. It takes care of that weirdness, and then you can actually go back and start working on the character of your pressure curve a little bit. Cartooning is so fun. I mean, I'm really slow right now, but I'm really tired actually. I'm getting really tired, but it's so awesome. Actually, we want to keep this one straight. It needs to be electric, right? Here we go. Cool. And then now let's take a look at that pressure curve and see what we can do with it. That's much better. Zzz. Yeah. Oops. Move tool. Oh, let's see. I don't want to scale override this, actually. I mean, I do want to scale override it. Or don't I? I don't. I don't want it to scale. Cool. You guys notice how what happened there? When I copy and pasted the style to the original object, or maybe I don't know if I did that. I don't know when I did that. But I'm pretty sure it's because I copied the style. I don't know if that copies with style. That's a good question for us to learn about and ask. Does the transformation center copy and paste with style? So if I change the transformation center on an object, does it paste with style? It's an interesting situation to examine. Actually, the big one, do I want to have a big one? Maybe I want a bunch of small ones. What I'll do is I'll just move this somewhere. And then what we'll do is we'll take these and we'll flip them. Ah, we need a couple more though. This one can be like kind of small. Maybe like elongated. There we go. He's shocked. Someone has done something shocking. What? Okay. Okay, man. Should the mouth change shape? Huh? Trying to figure out the like what's the sound, what kind of a sound does a all right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go mouth one, duplicate. We're gonna go mouth two. Huh? And I think maybe what we got to do is we got to experiment with the upper lip. What I want to do is duplicate that. What I want to do is okay. I know I'm doing a lot of duplicating right now, but I swear there's a point. What I want is this shape here, and I want to get rid of this, and I want to break this object up at those nodes so that I can be left with this curve. And then once I do that, I want to take this and I want to transform it and manipulate it and see what happens. Like this. Because I think it gives it more character. It looks more like what's going on with theirs. And that's cool. The only thing is, this doesn't look like a shocked surprise. It looks kind of weird. And then, oh, we also need to talk a little bit about this pressure curve. Stream Duck Duck. I can't see that emoticon very well. What is that? How long am I going? Almost 3 hours? Holy smokes. All right. I think with this one, guys, we're going to call it a night. Let's just zoom out and take stock of what's happened so far. 3 hours? Mind blown? Or, or little old Leon has his mind blown here. This is crazy. I think I like this one a lot, but uh, there's probably a lot of technical information I need to assimilate in order to be able to win this contest, right? Or to do well. It's kind of like I've never designed an emoticon. There's probably a lot of technical stuff involved, like how it scales from really small. Because like right now, I'm looking at your emoticon, and it's like I can see it. It's not even in real life. It's smaller than my pinky nail. You know what I mean? When I'm looking at it on the screen. And so I don't know if this would scale to the size of a pinky nail and still be readable. That may or let me see. I mean, it looks shocked. I can read them even at a small size. I don't know. It's something I got to learn more about. Okay. So like I don't know about you guys. Um he's not really surprised, it's like shocked. Yeah. I want to say shocked. These are my I think these are the ones that are coming along the most nicely, or I guess you could say. Something about the dead Sanrio looking eyes is not really quite right. I mean, this one was getting there, but I feel like we've got to stay somewhat near to this. I think these two are they work the best. These two down here, this guy like this guy, he's he's trying. I don't know. It's not quite there yet. It's kind of Buddha-ish. Looks kind of like a Buddha to me, but I like these two the best. I think they work the best so far. Ah, ah. All right, guys. Oh, I'm exhausted. Yeah, yeah. Let's call it a day. Doc Doc, H2 Flow. Man, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I really appreciate it. It's been really fun. Yeah, 2 more weeks. I'm gonna try to set up like some sort of semblance of a YouTube studio. I want to ask before I bail on the stream, since I'm done sort of drawing. Let's see, what did I? Okay, we found out Fuwari has some it has a flaw. Dang it. But it's still useful. I really like it. I'm gonna check out what was it? Um, wait a minute. Ref what hey, Stream Dog, what was that reference program? That reference app? Ref something? Pure Ref. Pure Ref. Check out Pure Ref. Right? Pure Ref. Gotta gotta check that out. We drew and we hung out. See, I gotta make sure I'm checking all the boxes here. We drew and we hung out. I've given you guys the status of my Huey on mascot project. That's going well. Oh, Timid Tail Studio. I got to plug this guy. I got this sweet shirt at the illustration fair, and I'll put it in the link down in the description, but I can throw it up on the screen right now. He's a really cool Korean artist. I actually didn't catch the gentleman's name. There was madness at his booth. A lot of people were like clamoring to get his T-shirts that he designs. This character is it's like this gorilla warrior character, and he's kind of got this kind of like it's almost like a gaffy stick with like a laser rifle attached to the end of it. It's really neat. He draws these really cool sort of mind melding like sci-fi abstract mandala type of designs. It's really cool. He's got a website. It's called www.timidtales.com, and he makes just rad t-shirts. They're just he just there's a vibe, you know. It's not common. It's rare vibe. It's pretty cool. Um I really like his artwork. I think he's and he was just super nice and like just generally uh a pleasure to talk to. It was really cool. I met him at that illustration fair. I'm sorry I didn't catch his name. It's just there were people trying to buy t-shirts, but we were talking about art stuff. It was really cool. What else? Yeah, that's it. Illustration fair loot. Well, I kind of just showed you guys that, and then I showed you. Remember this? If you ever want to draw with the most buttery, amazing color pencil ever, these are these are amazing. I'm gonna stock up on them since I'm drawing with color pencils all the time these days. So yeah, there we go, guys. That's the July 5th live stream. Done, done and dusted. Um, As always, guys, take care of yourselves. Keep working hard and stay positive. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me while I worked up these new ideas for this mascot thing that I'm working on. You guys be good and take care of yourselves. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody. Bye, guys. God, I can't type exclamation marks. This is crazy. I have to end this stream, but I'm going to do it with an emoticon. Take care, man. You too. Have a great Saturday. Bye bye.